probably Milky Way galaxy. I mentioned in yesterday's blog that that there are books, or not books, there are TV shows that I still want to get caught up on and all that stuff. Today I want to focus on another area of expertise for me, and that's book reading. Now, I still have, I want to say 4 or 5 books left to read, and I'm not saying that I'm going to finish them this year. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It's really up in the air right now. So basically, we've got Crime and Punishment. We've got Where the Crawdads Sing. We've got War and Peace, and we got Anna Karenina, and as well as the 4th compendium of the Walking Dead book. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I have not even started reading yet. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to read them this. I may get through 1, maybe 2 more books by the end of the year. The fact is, there are so many books in this world that I would love nothing more than to read. Like the Percy Jackson books. Those are something I might be interested in reading in the next new year. There are 6 of them. You know, there's the Nature of Middle Earth, which is going to be, I think it's already been released. And then there's potentially Winds of Winter by George R.R. Martin, the next sequel in the Game of Thrones books. But that won't be until November, according to when I Googled it. Now, there may be other books that are interesting out there that are science fiction books, that are comedic books, that are erotica. I'm not saying I'm ever going to read an erotica book, but if I were to, there'd probably be some sort of book out there for me to read on that front. It's just, there's just so much, there's just so many books in this world that I haven't even thought of reading that exist. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to get any of these books, or I may get 1 or 2, or maybe I get the Percy Jackson books, or maybe I get A Nature of Middle Earth, or other books that you may have heard of or may not have heard of. I'm going to do some more research and figure out which books are going to be interesting for me to read in 2023, because the goal is to read as many books as I can in 2023. Just like that's one of my New Year's resolutions every year. Which brings me to my next point, which is I know I talked most. I'm going to go back to talking about books towards the end. The fact is that within the next like 14 or 15 days from now, I got to go over everything that I completed for this month, whether it was TV shows, books, movies, whatever else that happened in the 12th month of the year. And then the very next day, we're going to go over all the New Year's resolutions that I've set for myself for next year, which do include reading more books, potentially going on 1 or 2 trips, whether it's close by or a 7-hour drive, going to VidCon, celebrating my birthday in some way, shape, or form with friends. Just a few things that I want to do in 2023. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be able to do everything. Everything that I have on that list for 2023. Hopefully, we can get through some of them, but not all of them. Because, like I said, one of them is going across country, which probably will not happen next year, but it might happen in 2024. We'll just have to wait and see at this point. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to get the new Game of Thrones book. I like to get, the Percy Jackson books and read those. And now I know Percy Jackson is a young adult book series, but when those books came out, it was probably around the time I was a young adult. Now I'm not saying I'm an adult just yet, but I'm even though my age says I should be an adult, everyone has their inner child. That should be given. Now, with those books that I talked about that I have currently, and the books that I would like to get, I want to add something to this vlog, just to go away from the books, go away from New Year's resolutions I set. I want to focus on talking a little bit about maybe potentially going to Universal Studios in June, the one here in California. Now, I went a couple years ago, and there's a whole new area in Universal Studios that's supposed to be opening in middle of February, called the Super Mario World, where they have Mario related things. They have Bowser's Castle. They have a ride there. They have all kinds of new stuff, and this is it's on the lower lot by the Transformers ride. It's towards the back. You know how they have, right as you come down the escalators to the left, they have the Jurassic World ride, and then there's another ride that's kind of to the right, and then towards the back it's the Transformers ride. They said it's to the left of the Transformers ride. Now, I don't know, what it's going to look like, but hopefully it won't be too crazy busy when we go. If we go. I'm not saying we're going to go. There's other rides that they have in there too. Like on the upper lot, you have the Harry Potter stuff. You have those rides. You've got you've got all the Hogwarts house, or not the Hogwarts castle. You've got all of that stuff. You got Ollivander's Wand Shop, you've got Honeydukes, you've got all that stuff. And I've been there, and I've experienced that firsthand because I went there 2 years ago. And I want to go, what I want to do this time, if we're going to go, is to go on the rides more than once. Because when we went in October of 2020, or was it 2021? It might have been last year. I think it was 2 years ago. Anyways, whenever I went, we did all the rides at least once, because it was only open for like 7 hours, to be honest with you. It was open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, if we were to go in the summertime, it'd probably be open from like 9 a.m. until like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. or something like that. That would give us more time to go on all the rides and experience everything more than once. I mean, you got the Simpsons ride. You've got, like I mentioned, you've got the Harry Potter. There's 2 Harry Potter rides. The smaller one is for littler kids. The bigger one is for adults and such like that. You got to wait in line to get a wand. I'm not saying I would get a wand, because I have like 5 or 6 wands already. But if I were to get one, I would like to have the completion of Harry, Hermione, and Ron's, and maybe we'll get some other one. But that's just the thought process. I'd like to see Waterworld. We didn't get to do that last time. Do the animal actors. We did that last time. See, the last time we went, it was in October, which was right around Halloween time, so that's why they closed the park a little bit earlier than usual. It was to set up for the horror nights. This time, it would be in the middle of, or right around the beginning of summer, and it would be interesting to, do all the rides. They have a Minions ride, they have a Secret Life of Pets ride. I mean, there's just so many rides that they have. Even though it would only take like maybe half a day to get through all of the rides, that's why you would do something like that. You would go on the rides more than once, and go see the shows and eat at Hogsmeade and all of that stuff that they have in the Universal Studios here in California. Now, don't get me wrong. This brings me to another point, and I know I'm kind of rambling now. Someday, I'm not saying it's going to happen next year or the year after. It could be 5 years from now. I would like to go back to Disney World, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, all of that stuff, and then go to all three of the Orlando Universal Studios parks, because they're building a new one. I believe I heard that from my brother, and I also read it online somewhere. So there's that. I don't know when that's going to happen or if that will ever happen. I'm just saying I'd like to go back to. It's been a very, 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 very long time, so there's definitely new rides that I would like to experience in Epcot and Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, and there's one other park that exists there as well that I would like to experience as well. And I know that's half a world away, or half the country away. That's in Florida, and I live in California, it's like a 5 or 6 hour flight. Anyways, I'm rambling, so we have no birthdays today. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.